Good morning, everyone. A good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is that you're settling down to watch this video, a very warm welcome. So this is a video particularly for my regular followers, although if you are new to my channel, you are very welcome as well. I thought it would be interesting to do a little review of the collective energies experienced at the Mind, Body, Spirit Festival that I attended over the weekend. We were away as a team for 3 days in Birmingham, UK, exhibiting and showing the sprays, the oracle cards, myself, the team, more than anything, just out and about meeting you all. And it was the first time since before lockdown that I've really done anything face to face, and it was such a joy to be out in the community again, touching, hugging, being able to talk to people heart to heart. It was just extraordinarily beautiful. So thank you very much to everybody that came. We have definitely booked to be back next year. Yes, I'm being asked about London. Haven't made a decision on the London one yet. But if I don't do the Mind, Body, Spirit in London, I will definitely be doing something else in London through 2024. Over and above that, I'm not sure yet. I am pacing my energy and just getting back to it. And it seemed that many of you were doing the same. I had a lot of comments around the theme of getting out of comfort zone, people travelling from far and wide. I was so humbled, guys. Birmingham, for those of you that don't know, is sort of in the middle-ish of the UK. And people travelling down from Scotland, people travelling over from Ireland, people travelling up from London, all sorts of places, all sorts of journeys, bringing your mums, your partners, your children, your friends. It was just so lovely. I'm so buoyed up by the love more than anything else. So I wanted to share some of that energy, even though I'm a little bit tired today. I'm still regrouping my energies. I'll get back to the more normal videos towards the end of the week, probably. But yes, what we're going to be doing in this one is I thought it would be interesting for everybody to hear what were the main themes that were arising in many of the people that I was talking to. Obviously not giving any personal details away, but there were collective strands of energy, which if you've ever done a fair as an exhibitor before, whether you're a healer or anything else, you'll know that that is a very common thing. And it's because we are all one. So when we struggle with a particular energy or issue in our life, it's often because many other people are as well. And some of these themes, of course, are very universal energies, but particularly they've been heightened by the last couple of years. Many people saying that they found me actually via the pandemic. That was the time that they sort of stumbled upon my video for whatever reason, and have stuck with me ever since. Some other people saying they've been with me for a lot longer as well. So just really beautiful. And also meeting new people that have never heard of me, never heard of the work, don't know anything about Metatron, don't know anything about colour therapy. And you were absolutely lovely to meet as well. I hope some of you have subscribed to the channel. If you have, say hi. We'll welcome you in. We're a very loving community here. More than anything, the energy of community came through so strongly, and how important that is in the times that we're in. We're very blessed to have a loving online community here on my channel, which I do protect so that we don't have a lot of the hate that you see maybe on other sites. But yeah, it's a heart-based consciousness community here, so all are welcome. But yeah, I'm going to go over some of the collective themes that came up over and over again, some of the sprays that I seem to keep recommending to people, which might resonate with you. I'm going to show you some of the beautiful gifts that were given to me, although the biggest gift was your presence. But I mean presence as in actually attending and being there. And also I'm going to tell you about a few other videos that we're going to be doing soon that people requested face-to-face, and which I'm going to try and answer. Before we do any of that, though, I think I'd just like to tell you a little bit about the run-up to it. And I'm also going to talk about spiritual hygiene as well, when you either do an event such as this or whether you participate in one, okay, in terms of just being an attendee, a visitor. But this can also be true of any large gathering of people, whether you're going to a concert, whether you're traveling. The energy of keeping ourselves well, grounded, strong, in our heart space at all times. I have to say that having done, admittedly, not as large a mind, body, spirit festival as this one, but over the years, since 2005, I've done many different festivals, many different fairs, and I would say that this last one, just attended, the energy in the room was very, very buoyant. It wasn't heavy. I've done fairs before. Get your words out, woman. Where the energy has been very heavy, got a headache by midday, struggled to even attend the second day, and it was none of that at all. And I spoke to a few other exhibitors, and they were saying the same thing, that the energy felt very light and beautiful in that room or in that hall. And I think that says something about where the collective is. And if you follow me, do you remember I said a few weeks ago that the tipping point, where we tip this planet to one of greater love and unity and heart consciousness, comes not from numbers, actually. It comes from the intensity through which we can stay in our hearts, walk the talk, and show love, basically, to our fellow human beings. And I think that's what I witnessed in Birmingham. It was a very powerful portal of light that was there, that was being opened, that was being walked through. I was really humbled by it. So that was lovely. That was a nice sign. But yeah, staying well and spiritual hygiene. But before we get to that, I must just tell you a couple of little stories, because that's what I feel like I want to do this video. Grab a cuppa and sit down and just put your slippers on, throw your slippers off, but just let's have a chill time together. Because I tell you what, having been offline for a few days, you then come back onto YouTube and it's like, oh my God, the fear porn's still there. You know, the end of the world is nigh. So we're not going to do any of that on this channel. We are just going to have a nice video where we have a chat and a cuppa and we have community. I would do this as a live, but I'll be doing it soon. I need an Ethernet cable put into my house, and then I can use my new technology. But anyway, I'm getting there. Right, yeah, the build-up. So the build-up a week before was my daughter came down, probably with you know what. Now, she works in a old people's home. She's a nurse there, looks after the oldies. So it's ripe for every single bug, every single infection under the sun. I say to her, your immune system's getting a really good workout. And but she does sometimes bring things home. Anyway, she's fine. She got rid of it easily. Interestingly, they don't even test for it anymore in the care homes because it's just so common. It's like, well, yes, you're just a little bit unwell. You'll be all right in a few days. And that was the case. But because I was doing this fair, I was thinking, oh, God, please don't be ill, Amanda. Very rarely get unwell. Touch wood. Very rarely get unwell. But obviously I wanted to be well for this. I didn't come down with it. And I have said a lot about staying well, I think, physically, mentally and spiritually. It's a huge old topic, but more than anything, I think it was a case of mind over matter and knowing that I would be well, okay? I would be well for the weekend. I would be fine, and I was. I also used the Metapirate spray, which is our antiviral spray. I always use that anyway through the winter. I met a few of you there was one lady who was a former GP. Hello, if you're watching. Another lady who works in a GP practice, I think, as a nurse, I think that's what you said, who said they use this all the time as well. So it does work. And I also took copious amounts of vitamin C, got plenty of rest. and knew that I would be carried through it. So this energy of being carried through something is important, and take this into your own life now. So we got up there on the Thursday night to set up, that's right. And then the following night, I'd done one day of the fair, which had gone very well. Second night, went to bed in the hotel. It's a good hotel. And there was this loud thumping drum and bass music, almost like shaking the bed, really, really loud, coming up. Well, I didn't know where it was coming from. I assumed it might be a room next door, or wasn't sure. But anyway, I put up with it for about an hour. And then about 10:30, I thought, I really need my sleep. I need to be on good form the following day. So I rang reception, and they said, it's probably coming from the bar, above. It'll stop by 11. Okay, by midnight, it was still going, even louder than ever. I was getting really upset by this point because I was thinking, I'm going to be so tired. I need my sleep. I need to be up early. And rang reception again, and they said, oh no, actually there's an event on until 1 a.m. in the morning. Now, I assumed this was in some sort of exhibition place away from the hotel. Turned out the following morning, it was actually on the floor below me. So there was an event going on basically directly underneath my room. I didn't get to sleep till about 1:30. We won't go into all of the energy of all of it, but the point was I woke up very tired, and when I'm tired, my nervous system can get a little bit frayed around the edges, okay? So I was feeling a little delicate. And then I had this strong energy come in with Metatron, because I was sort of like shaking my fists at him at 1 a.m. in the morning, saying, what the hell is this about? You've brought me here. You want me to do well, I assume. You want me to meet people, and I'm going to be like the Walking Dead tomorrow. Anyway, I just heard him very sweetly say to me in the morning, he said, I'll carry you through it. Don't worry about it. And I got it, that was the lesson, that we are carried, we are given strength, we are given the energy when we are called to be of service. So I thought that was worth sharing, because the scenario might be different in your life in terms of being asked to do something, whatever it is. But I think when I feel into what was underneath it, there was the energy of letting go of perfectionism, that it had to be a certain way, that I had to get my 8 hours sleep or else I wasn't going to be able to do it properly, I wasn't going to be able to function, etc. And so letting go, but also letting go of the perfectionist streak, and then also knowing that whatever has occurred, you will be carried. And I had a really beautiful second day. So that was all going on. The other thing that I've noticed with Metatron before, and Tracy will back me up here, is that when we went to America a couple of years ago, we checked into a hotel, I think it was the Hilton, and I don't know whether they were Hell's Angels, but some of them had that on the back of their, jackets, but they were certainly quite tough bikers. So have I got any bikers that follow me? If you do, put your hand in the air. But there were hundreds of them swarming the hotel. Nothing happened. It was just interesting energetically. It was like, oh, okay. Well, the same thing happened again. There was a huge motorbike convention on, so obviously they were there. But at breakfast in all the bars, I was just surrounded by these bikers, And I was thinking into the energy of that as well, because it felt a very masculine energy. It felt sort of like, come on, we can do it. It's sort of like, it was very grounded as well, a very grounded energy. So, yeah, I share that because it was just, that was the lead up to it all, really. Anyhow, getting into the actual hall itself and setting up. By the way, before I forget to say it, a big thank you to my team, particularly Tracy, Michelle and Lynn, who worked so hard in the lead up to it, during it, and I'm sure now also this week as well, catching up on any orders that have come in. Michelle drove the van up to Birmingham, back down to where they live. Heavy manual work, actually. We took far too much stuff with us, but it was the first time we'd ever done something like this, so we didn't know. But it was hard physical work as well, so they did so well. Thank you so much, ladies, if you're watching. I really appreciate that. But yeah, getting into the exhibition then. So I'm going to show you a few of the gifts, but let's start off by talking about some of the issues that were prevalent. A couple of them I probably knew were going to come up because I'm intuitive. I can feel what's in the collective. Also, I experience some of them myself as well. So let's go over what the big three. I'm going to call them the big three. Maybe we could have the big four. So the big four issues were these, and I'll talk a little bit about each one. Number one, the energy of grief and loss. Many people reporting over the last couple of years or recently the loss of not just one person maybe, but 2 or 3 people, and they were still standing. You know, the people surviving were still standing. But I think there is an energy of shock around still. When we lose people, when we go through grief, obviously there are many different stages to that. But equally, sometimes when years later or months later, we can still have the shock within our body. So a lot of loss, a lot of grief, a lot of sadness, but also a lot of strength, an awful lot of strength. And so I talked about the Bluebell Bridge spray, which is for loss and grief. A lot of people maybe don't know that we even do it, so I will show it here. It's a beautiful colour, Bluebell Bridge. Okay, Bluebell Bridge. It says it's for loss and grief. What do I want to say about this one? Well, I know people that have used it personally. I also know people who've obviously bought it from us that I might not know personally, but I've had feedback. But a few of the people I know personally that have used it in the very early stages of grief have absolutely reported that this was a godsend, that this helped them through those terrible first days where you don't know if you're going to be able to put one foot in front of the other. But also the latter stages of grief as well, whether it be anniversary dates that come up. And also, I think it's linked into the collective sense of loss and grief. What Metatron's saying to me here is that we are saying goodbye to an old world. And particularly maybe if you're older, and I'd include myself in that age group, 40s, 50s, but maybe, younger as well. And this is normal. You remember times of old. You remember Christmases past. You remember seasons past. And everything's different. The world is moving very, very quickly at the moment. And it can feel as though we have no control with regards to technological advances, agendas, whatever. So we feel as though we're losing something. But we must always remember that we're also gaining something as well, that from a loss there will be a gain, whether that be a quality that you find within yourself, strength, determination, new purpose, whatever it is, but also collectively as well, that a new earth will be born from the old. So yeah, the energy of loss and grief was palpable. That was number one, I would say. In no particular order here. The second one, again, not a big surprise, the energy of anxiety. A lot of anxiety out there, a lot of low mood. I would say some low mood also triggered by the season that we're in, particularly in this part of the world, going into a very grey, cold, wet winter. For those of you that suffer from that and really feel a lowering of your mood at this time, the yellow colours, the gold colours are really, really important to have around you, whether that's in spray form, and that would be the Lemon Joy spray, which looks like that. Sunshine in a bottle, very good for seasonal affective disorder, good for lifting mood, getting you out of a rut, stagnation. Or, yellow crystals, citrine in particular I'm feeling into. Yellow foods as well, just yellow colours around you, just to bring warmth into the home, bring sunshine into the home, flowers as well, candlelight, all of that type of thing. So yes, a lot of anxiety, and that's a big topic in itself, because there will be a root to that which can be different for everybody. So it's really about treating the root. And so it's difficult to just say there's a one-size-fits-all approach to that in terms of colours and sprays, because there isn't. But two that I probably recommended to a few of you were Sapphire Peace, bringing an energy of peace, Sapphire Peace, very calming. And a children's spray that we sell, which is the Fear Fighter spray. This also is linked into your inner child as well. So Fear Fighter is a great spray for helping to fight the fear, helping to fight the anxiety. But as I say, we must always remember that any tools, whether they be crystals, sprays, whatever, they are just one part of our tool bag, our medicine bag, as I call it. I met a lovely lady. I didn't catch her name on the final day, actually. I walked in a little bit with her. I also walked in with a lovely lady on the second day. If you're watching, you were lovely as well. You gave me a beautiful necklace, thank you. But anyway, on the third day, there was this other lady, and she talked about medicine bags. She was very shamanic. It was interesting, actually. I'm sure she did actually exist. But I'm saying that because I walked in with her. She said she was an exhibitor. She had a long wooden staff. She was very shamanic in her energy. She was very grounded. She wasn't flustered. She wasn't rushing. She was just walking her talk. And she was saying that, she had done various things to help heal herself of the issues she had had in her life, physical and mental. And we talked about the medicine bag. And I've always said that we should have different things within our medicine bag, our healing bag. For me, my sprays are one aspect of that. They're not the only aspect, though, because there are many different tools that can be very useful for us for all sorts of different things. So never forget that as well. But yeah, Fear Fighter for anxiety, the Sapphire Peace as well would be a lovely one. I think I also probably talk to people about the need when we're feeling anxious, and I've felt this myself, suffering from anxiety sometimes, which is the fight or flight mechanism when it's kicking in and you just want to run, you want to flee the situation, the conversation, where you're at, yourself. Magenta can be a very beautiful colour to work with because it helps to bring presence, helps you to be present, helps you to be grounded, helps you to stay in the moment, to breathe through it, to know that the ground is not going to swallow you up, okay? You're going to be okay. Just put your roots down into Mother Earth, breathe in the magenta light, be present, be still, be God is what I'm hearing as well. Okay. So, so anxiety, low mood, depression would be the second main theme that was coming through. So loss and grief, anxiety and fear, and depression. The third one I would say is clearance. Okay. So clearance. For clearance, we could also talk transmutation. So transmutation, clearance of energies. Now, again, many of you use all sorts of different techniques for this, whether it's the violet flame, whether it's working with Archangel Zadkiel, who was one of the Archangel sprays that I was recommending a lot to many people, because to me, this is the one that I work with particularly when I am transmuting energies. In fact, let me just clear the energy now. Not that it's bad energy that I'm sitting in, but obviously I'm a little bit tired, so let's just clear some of that tiredness as well. So Archangel Zadkiel, it's actually called forgiveness and transmutation. Let's put a bit of that into the room. That's nice. I'm also going to light some incense, I think. So yes, lots of conversations about clearance, transmutation, letting go of energies. And I suppose the forerunner to transmuting energy is also trying to shield yourself in the first place. But you're a human being, you know, we walk in an energetic soup a lot of the day in our towns, in our communities, and it's normal to pick up stuff. It's normal to pick up other people's energies. However well shielded you are, sometimes something will get through. So, armour of God, Archangel Michael, using spiritual protection. I've done videos on this before. If you're a regular follower watching me, you know that. Just watch my Armour of God video from a few years ago. I talk a lot about shielding and protection. But yes, the other end of that is if you have picked something up, to transmute it, to let it go. I also feel as though this big clearance and transmutation energy, though, is also because we are letting go of the year that we've had, preparing for 2024, and we're preparing for the next rung on the ladder, whatever that means. So, you know, you may be tired, you may feel as though you don't want to go on, you can't go on, but the truth is you've signed up for the path, you're not going to get off the path whether you like it or not. I'm sorry, it's just the truth. So we use the tools to help us to keep going. Also, you know, a lot of tiredness around, so emerald is a great colour for tiredness, emerald renewal and recovery. So I've said 3 so far, haven't I? I've said loss and grief as an energy, anxiety and low mood. The third one was transmutation and clearance. The fourth one, there was, I'm not sure what to pick for the fourth one, because obviously there were quite a lot of different things. Let me just tune in. Yeah, I think I'm going to put the Divine Feminine as the number 4th energy. Again, just observing how far we've come as a community. The fact that the Divine Feminine energy is something that is understood more than ever, that we all hold it within ourselves. A deepening respect for it in all its forms, in all its ways. Talked to a lovely couple of ladies about menopause, and I will do a follow-up video on menopause, and I'm going to be approaching it as a normal rite of passage that women go through. And it's nothing to be frightened of. It's nothing to be fearful of. It's nothing where you have to pop God knows how many pills. You can if you want to, but it's not the path I've taken. I won't judge you, though, if you do take lots of pills. But it's not the video I'm going to do. I'm going to do a video more about a natural approach to it. But it was also just witnessing the Divine Feminine in action, I think. I just saw it in so many of you. The sheer strength of just carrying on when life really puts some stuff on you, you know, whether that's the loss of people you love, whether it's your body changing, whether it's the mind playing games and having its way. I don't know, but I'm going to explore that more. But the 4th energy would be the deepening connection, wanting to know more, wanting to go deeper with regard to the Divine Feminine. And we're really talking the Mary Magdalene energy in particular. So again, that's something I will explore in another video. But that was beautiful to witness more than anything. I also was struck by the sisterhood in the hall, the number of people coming with really beautiful friendship bonds and or mother-daughter bonds. Just felt very profound. It was very beautiful. So that would be the 4th one. I also met, let's say a few of you, I'm not going to name names, but a couple of other people that I wanted to mention. There was one lady who came up to me who, I'm not going to say suffers from this, is gifted, the gift, I don't know if I'm going to say this right, of synesthesia. So I will just get a quick description of what synesthesia is. Synesthesia is when your brain routes sensory information through multiple unrelated senses, causing you to experience more than one sense simultaneously. Some examples include tasting words or linking colours to numbers and letters. Well, this particular lady was able to, she just knew instinctively that a particular word or a particular number had a colour associated with it, or a country or anything, basically. So seeing things in colour. It's called Synthesia. And she said to me, is it a thing? And I said, yes, it's a thing. And you've got it. And it's amazing. She said to me that my name, Amanda, is green, which I thought was rather lovely, because green is the colour of the healer. Green is also the colour of freedom. Green is also the colour of growth. Green is the colour of abundance, and green is the colour of the heart. So I like the fact that Amanda is green. But yes, so that was really interesting talking to you about that. And please do write about that, educate about that. I don't know, demonstrate that, be proud of that gift. It's really amazing. There was another lady who came who was blind, and I think I had to dash off actually before I finished properly speaking to you, so apologies for that. But I did say to you that you were with a friend, weren't you? But I always remember there was a lady that came to one of my colour workshops once who was totally blind. And as a teacher, this was years ago, I remember thinking, oh, crikey, you know, what is she going to be able to get what she needs to get out of this workshop? It was a 2-day thing, and she got so much. She got so much from it. She probably got more from it than some of the people that actually could see the colours. It's this whole thing, isn't it, about energy, whether you're thinking about the colour red or the colour green. It's so much more than what we see with our eye. Energy is something that can be sensed in a very multi-dimensional way. You can taste colour, you can sense colour. Some people can hear colour. It really is a very, very interesting topic. So I really enjoyed those conversations we were having. Met some beautiful starseed children, and my goodness, I mean, I already knew it, but yeah, there's just some very brave, courageous, stunning children coming to this planet, and boy do we need them. So that was lovely to witness. Also lovely to witness so many supportive partners actually, who'd come along for the ride, or who maybe just listen to my video because it's on in the background and the missus is watching it, but actually you get it, I know you do. And that was great as well. So let's also the Sandalon energy was very strong in the room as well, all 3 days. That rootedness, that groundedness, the Earth Star chakra. So I don't know what's going on in Birmingham, but there's something going on. There's something awakening there. As I say, middle of the UK. The other thing I will say, we all live in times where we're all hearing about the cost of living crisis. Now, that's not negating that this is very real for many people. Many people are struggling. Many people don't have enough money. Many people are struggling to keep a roof over their head, feed their kids, all of that. Absolutely acknowledging that that is true in our communities, and that we should do our best to be there for our fellow man, basically, when they are in need. That's the teachings of Jesus. But I was taken aback, to be honest, you know, being somebody who doesn't go out very much. I'm a homebody. I never have gone out that much. I don't go out to loads of places, parties, But sometimes I might go to a concert once in a blue moon if it's someone I really love. I'd like to go and see Depeche Mode next January, I have to say. I might do that. But generally I don't do it. So I'm not spending a lot of money on things like that. The money that was being spent in the hotel in particular, because I think it was Louis Tomlinson was doing a concert on one of the nights. Every night there was a concert happening somewhere, as the bird chirps up. I love that. But what I'm really trying to say is that the headlines will tell you that everybody is basically sinking, and not everybody is. And actually the ones that are out there still enjoying their life, spending money, which they have, they're putting money back into the economy, okay? The restaurants were full. They were absolutely full. There were, everyone was dressed up. Everyone was ready for a good time. It was just a very alive frequency. That's really what I'm getting at, because I think we can look at the news reports and it feels a very dead frequency. It's just like, oh, everything's just terrible. And yes, there are pockets of terribleness, but there are also pockets of just loads of bikers having a great time. Loads of what came to me is it's to do with where's your passion, okay? Where's your passion? So the motorbikers were spending their money, for example, their time. They were being present. They were loving the energy of being in the hall with all the greasy bikes. Well, I assume they were greasy bikes. Maybe they weren't. People that were into crystals and stuff, they were there. People that were into the music, they were there. People that were into the food, they were there. They were having a good time. So remember the infectiousness of the energy of joy. Okay, the energy of joy and the energy of just good times, basically. So I think that's good because it goes back into the economy, it goes back into the collective, but definitely feels as though Birmingham is on the rise, which is not what you'll hear if you read the newspapers. You'll probably read the complete opposite. Right, let me show you a couple of beautiful things that were gifted to me. Thank you so much. I'm going to show you the painting that some of you might have seen. Now, thank you. This was a lady called Michelle. I know lots of Michelles at the moment. But anyway, Michelle painted this for me. I think it's meant to be me. I'll just show you. I don't know how. Yeah, that's going quite nicely, actually, isn't it? So it's supposed to represent the faraway tree. I've spoken about the faraway tree with Enid Blyton. So the faraway tree, I love up here, we've got a little dormouse. And the dormouse, it says safety and comfort. He's having a little sleep. It's called the wisdom tree. I guess this is me with the red hair. It says rooted in divine strength. Thank you. What else have we got? Magic with realism. Peace be with you, joy, take my glasses off, ripples and spreads, alpha and omega, the crucible, the golden chalice, hope, truth, what does that one say? Balance, inner child wholeness. It's just beautiful. So there's a little tiger there. You see the tiger? So thank you, Michelle, for that lovely, beautiful painting. Really nice. It's got gold leaf on it as well. So that was from you. I got a couple of decks. So I'll pull a card from the decks that I got. I got this one, the Peace Oracle, Toni, Carmine, Salerno. Now, I like his decks. So let's pull a card from this. Apologies, because there were so many people. Sometimes I wasn't being able to clock exactly who was giving me what, but I do really appreciate everything that I was given. So thank you very much. Just difficult sometimes when there's a queue of people, but I do appreciate everything that was given. Thank you. So let's pull a card here from the Peace Oracle by Toni, Carmine, Salerno. For the people watching, let's have one card. What is the message? Awakening. What was I just saying? Awakening. The planet is awakening, but you wouldn't know it if you opened up your newspaper. You would not know it if you listened to the media. You would not know it if you listened to a lot of the stuff on YouTube and other social media. It's just like, oh my God, this timeline, that agenda, we're all going to hell. Well, what if we're actually all awakening to something a lot better? Okay? I love that, the awakening card. What's on the bottom of the deck? Release. Release. So the more that we release, the more that we awaken. And that's why there was so much clearance energy that I was picking up on, that people were doing, people were requesting, people were wanting to do, people were knowing that it was part of the next step. Okay, so we have the awakening card. So that was one deck that I got. The other deck that I got was a Labyrinth deck. Toni Christie, Labyrinth Wisdom cards. Thank you very much, the person that gave me this. I think you also gave me an Irish mug that my husband has already said he's having. He says, oh, I like that, I love that. Thank you. Let's have a card then from the Labyrinth deck. Yeah, John came up as well, which was a big support, actually, just to have him there. He wasn't, well, he was on the stand for 5 minutes on the last day, but no, he was just there to support, really. So that was nice, and help lug some of the boxes around and listen to my moans about the fact I couldn't get to sleep, you know, on that second night. He said, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. He sees a Libra and he's very calm. He's always very balanced. He's very good equilibrium there, very grounded. I'm the one that can be, you know. Balance. Okay, let's have a Labyrinth card for the people watching. Let's see what we get. We got the Source. Nice, nice. Can you feel what I'm trying to say to you? There is definitely, look at these cards, awakening and source. People are awakening. There was a lot of young people there as well. It was really lovely to see. It says, you are at the center, the source. Shine your light. Let's read the card that goes with the source. It's card number, can't see a, am I being stupid? I can't see a number on that one. Oh, they're in alphabetical order, though. Good. Card number 42, the source. I'll put it up, okay? And here we go. You are at the centre. I've said that. This is a special time for you. You are at the centre of the labyrinth and have available to you insights and awareness earned during your journey to this stage. As well as it being the centre of every walk, it is also the purpose of our lives, to reach our centre, our source, the divine within us. The centre is where opposites unite, where heaven and earth meet. You are on sacred ground, where soul and self are awakening to the creative event that is happening around you. You are close to the centre of your existence right now. Pay particular attention to any thoughts, ideas, and visions that you are having at this time. Take time to relax, appreciate what is good in your life, and that you are blessed with gifts and good people in your life. When you are ready, begin your process of bringing back out into the world with you all that you have received. You have touched the light at the source. You are a beacon for others. Shine your light. Oh, that's really lovely. Shine your light. It's as though we have navigated this very difficult year. And I know it's not over. And I know it will continue. The difficulties will continue. We're not living in La La Land. But through it all, we're able to stay centered, or at least come back to that centered place. It's okay to have a wobble and I can't do it, but to come back to center, to realign, to stay in our heart, to learn from the things that go wrong, that go awry, to learn from the dysfunctions of the world, and to stay centered, to stay shining our light. Beautiful, lovely cards. So thank you for those. I got given some tea. Beautiful tea. Now, what's this one? This one's called, now I haven't actually tried this one yet. I'll put the link below, Divine Tea /UK, or divineteas.co.uk. It's got a combination of turmeric, fennel, cinnamon, ginger, licorice, cardamom and black pepper. That sounds beautiful. So the idea is if you're coming down with a little bit of something, it can help nip it in the bud. So I'm definitely going to put that in my medicine jar, my medicine bag. Thank you very much for that. I met you as well, lovely lady. Somebody also gave me this one, which is nice. Thank you. Throat comfort tea. I'll have that if I need it. I think that's got licorice, fennel and thyme as well. I love that type of taste. I'll show you a couple of pieces of jewellery. Now, I'm really unhappy that I can't remember who gave me this. So if you could let me know, because I love it. I wore it on the third day, I think, and lots of people commented on it. Rose quartz and garnet, I think it is. But isn't that beautiful? You see, in my medicine bag is jewellery. I use jewellery to help raise my frequency. I chose jewellery that I knew would help me through the conference. I chose particular crystals that I knew would help me. Labradorite, I had some of the black protection crystals on me, rose quartz crystals on me. And I knew also that the jewellery would be doing its job through the days in terms of helping to not just transmute my own energies, but other people's, because I hugged lots and lots of people, which is lovely, but equally you're in very close contact with people. So all the jewellery that I wore has been out on my balcony overnight, and it's just having now a little moon bath, a little cloud bath, just recharging itself. Always recharge your crystals. But yeah, that's a lovely piece. So thank you to whoever gave that to me. And also a lady gave me this, which she's made. I don't know whether it's going to show properly on the camera, but I want to tell you about this particular stone. Okay, it's like an amulet. The stone is one that I've never heard of before, and it's called Hessonite garnet. I might be pronouncing that wrong. Hessonite garnet. It says here, according to Vedic astrologists, it can help bring wealth and success as well as promote longevity. So it also helps to bring about confidence, helps the wearer recognise and appreciate their virtues. It's a powerful talisman. So that is a beautiful piece as well, and I will absolutely be wearing that. Thank you very much. And then I also got these little tincture bells from Helen. I'll just say her first name. Hello, Helen. I know you'll be watching. Now, these are beautiful. I'm going to ring them. Look how small they are, but I'll just show you. Can you see what they look like there? I'm sure the expression is not battered, but hammered, not battered. It's like hammered. I don't know if they are brass, but anyway, they sound amazing. Let's do 3 of these. Okay. Oh. So I'll do one more. I was just making a noise through that. Hold on. So pure, isn't it? That is beautiful. I was opposite a stand. I haven't got your details to be able to give you a shout out, but I will another time, selling beautiful crystal bowls. So I was surrounded by sound vibrations as well, which was lovely. But yeah, those are beautiful, aren't they? Those little bells. Also received bracelets. Thank you, Michelle, for my bracelets. I put these on yesterday on my journey home. Also for my... I'll bring that next time. And other things. You were very generous. One other lady, sorry, there were so many, but I think you came from Germany, and you had bought me a set of sprays which you'd made. And this one, this is amazing. This is Chris Cornell. This is Chris Cornell. But do you remember when I channeled Chris Cornell? it always stayed with me. What he said is probably a song. Show me how to live. Show me how to live. So Chris Cornell. Let me just spray this now. I'll bring Chris back ASAP. Show me how. I've got the hair, haven't I? Show me how to live. It's beautiful. Thank you so much for that. I'll use that when I get to the channeling. Lots of you requesting videos for all sorts of different things. But yeah, I'm sorry if I haven't shown something that you've given me. As I say, there were lots of things being given. Oh, also, no, I don't think I've got... The lady who gave me the... I can't remember where this is from now. I think you said it's from the Alps. Anyway, it feels amazing. It's got all these amazing irons in that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. In terms of videos then that are going to be coming from me soon, let's wrap this up now. We are going to be doing a menopause one. Oh yeah, I also had a chat with a few of you with regards to the Alter Major. Now, I did do a video on the Alter Major quite a few years ago now, maybe 4 years ago, where we've got like a Merkaba meditation linking to the Alter Major. The Alter Major is the chakra behind the neck in that little hollow. But there's new information wanting to come through on that. So I'm going to do one on that, one on menopause, Chris Cornell. We know Marilyn Monroe at some point soon as well. And I can't remember what else, to be honest. There's so much going on in the world. We'll see. We will see. But more than anything, do you know what? I was just struck by the fact that the silent majority turned out. And there are so many of you that just watch videos. You're not necessarily commenting. You don't have to. You're very welcome to if you want to. You don't have to. But the sheer number of people that get it, really get it, what we're trying to do here, and are doing their best to walk the talk, stay in their heart, it is so humbling. The last thing I'll show you is something I bought myself. You can't maybe see it with my camera. I treated myself to this. Isn't it amazing? It's got a little Hansa hand there, so it's protection symbol. And on the bottom, there's a Merkaba, but it's moonstone. Except mine's got black in it. But I quite like that because it feels as though it's a bit of new moon and a bit of... full moon. So I bought myself that. I treated myself to that. I can't remember who I bought it from, sorry. Otherwise I would give you a shout out. But yeah, all in all, a good few days was had by all. I will be back properly either end of this week or at the weekend with whatever is arising. Anything else to say? Let's end with a final card, shall we? Oh, and thank you to so many people who bought the Christ Consciousness deck and the Metatron deck. We had both of them there. Oh my goodness. So much amazing feedback from the decks. Let's end with a Christ Consciousness card then. We do still have stock of the cards in my website. Let's see. For the people watching, let's have a final message, please. The open door. Christ within you. Yeah, it's what I'm really picking up. The amount of Christ consciousness on display, the amount of heart consciousness on display, the amount of love in the room, the amount of love that's in the world, the amount of love that's actually out there in your community. And never forget that. Lots of love, everybody. I'll be back very soon. Take care. Bye-bye for now. Bye.